Before class, we learned the characteristics and terminology of web data mining. Before class, we learned the terminology. Then we can continue the characteristics. What are the characteristics we have in a web data mining? And we should learn that topic today. What are the terminology we studied in a before class? Means we can HTML, URL, HTTP, www, web page, website, client, web browser, web server, and client proxy. This type of terminology we learned in a before class. Today class we learn what are the characteristics we have in a web data mining. In your web data mining, we have the first one is graph terminology. We learned graph terminology. What is graph terminology? It is graph means we can direct a graph means we can set the node. What are the node we can connect it? The edges and the vertices. That one we can connect it to the graph. We can call it as the nodes, and E we can connect it denoted as the edges. It is a denoted this one graph terminology. It is a directed graph. It is a set of nodes. It is a set of nodes. Set of nodes means we can use the V and the E. V and E means this one V, it is the vertices or edges. This one V we can call it as the nodes, and E we can call it as the edges. Then undirected graph may also represented by the nodes and the edges. How we returned? It means it is but a edge have no direction specified. That one we can call it as a undirected graph. Directed graph means we can represent the vertices and the edge. We can connect the A through B like this, or unidirection. It will be connected A to B or B to A. But in your undirected graph, we can connect it using the vertices and edges or nodes, but we not connect the graph. We should write only like this, A and B. It means not no direction will be represented like this. This one we can call it as an undirected graph. In your graph terminology, we can have two types: direct graph, directed graph, and the undirected graph. In your graph terminology, we can have the boat-wise structure. In your boat-wise structure, we can have the number of types we have. First one is boat-wise structure. We can have the SCC. This structure we can use. What is the full form of SCC? It means strongly connected core. This one we can call it as a strongly connected core. This one we can use to web, and we can found the consist of it is the web, how much of web we can used, and how many percent of core of web we can used in a web data mining. That one we can represent it in a SCC. SCC means strongly connected core. In your SCC, we can use 30% of web information we can found in the consist of 30% of web information we have in a strongly connected core. Next one is in group. In group, it is a part of the web was found to consist of 20% of information, or 20% of web data information we can have in the in group. This one a page, or we can reach the SCC, but it can't be reached the format. That one we can call it as a in group. Next one is out group. What is out group? Out group means it is the web. This one also web is consist of about the 20% of information of web we can have in the this one Then outgroup is pages. It can be reached from the SCC but cannot be reached the SCC is strongly connected core. This one. Next one, tendrils. It is a part of the web. That one also found the consist of about the 20% of web, and it mainly a property of web pages and a group that can be, it cannot be reached the SCC, it cannot be it will be reached the SCC, but and it cannot be reached the SCC information we cannot use in a web. That one we can find the this one also 20% of web information we can have in the tendrils. Then next one, the disconnected graph. Disconnected graph, disconnected group. Disconnected group, it is a part of the web. This one also found the less than 10% of information, web information are essentially it will be disconnected from the reset of the web world. This one also we can have the characteristics of graph terminology. In your graph terminology we can have two types, directed and undirected. Directed means we can connect the vertices and the edges or nodes, and undirected means we cannot connect it to the edges and vertices directly formed. And in your graph terminology we can use the bow tie structure. In your bow tie structure we can have the SCC and in group, out group, tendrils, disconnected graph. This subtopic or sub characteristics we can have in this one. Then next one is, second one is size of web. Second one is size of the web. What is size of web? Size of the web, we can discuss the concept of deep web and the shallow the web. That one we can call it as a size of the web. How much information we can store and how much of information will be stored, and we can search in a database and it will be accessible or not. Everything will be, we can check it in size of the web. In your size of the web we can granted it not be changed everywhere. Sometimes we can delete the information, means when we can delete the information, then we want to create the information means we can create and we not appear the information and link and content. That time we can delete the information and we can change or disappear the information, means we can change the content and links, but the page will be not disappear. The web page without any guarantees. That one is the in your second one, size of the web. Size of the web, it is the first thing is guaranteed not be changed to ever, then not deleted any content and the links. And third one, it is what are the content we can have. That one we can change the content and link, but the page will be not disappear. The web page without any guarantees. Third one is web matrix. What is web matrix? Web matrix, it is based on the distance based between the nodes and the web graph. It is a measure to based on the distance between the nodes of the web graph. It is possible to define how will be connected the nodes and how we can concerned about the nodes and our certainty based on the distance we can measure from the one node to another node. It is the outlink, while uncertainty it is based on the distance. It measures from the one node to another node. It will be connected or not, it will be linked or not, that it will be possibility we can check in web matrices. It is a 0 and 1 method. We can connect it to the A to B, means it is a 1. We not connected to do A to B, means that one we can consider as a 0. Like this it will be worked. web matrices. It is a 0 and the 1 format of information we can complete the, it will be connected or disconnected. The web, that one we can check it in web matrices. Thank you.